Hello, and welcome to PowerBookSummaries, your go-to place for powerful book insights. Have you ever wondered why some people, despite earning millions or even billions, still can't live in peace while others with limited means live life with joy? The difference isn't about how much money they have. It's all about their mindset. This summary isn't about a rich or a poor person. It's about the psychology inside us that influences every money-related decision we make. This thinking becomes the real foundation of our wealth. It's the same mindset that can make us rich or destroy us financially if we don't understand it. When we think about earning, saving, or spending money, we often believe it's all about logic, strategy, and knowledge. We assume that the smarter and more informed we are, the more financially successful we'll be. But the truth is, money is a game of behavior. And behavior is deeply tied to our psychology. This book, The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, teaches us that money isn't just about earning, spending, or investing. It's about our habits, our emotions, and our decisions. Becoming wealthy doesn't require a complicated formula. What you really need is a deep understanding of how you think about money. The book begins by discussing the role of luck and risk. Many people credit their success solely to their hard work and blame their failures on circumstances. But the truth is, every financial journey involves both luck and risk. Take Bill Gates, for example. Yes, he worked hard and had a brilliant mind. But he also happened to study at the only school in his area with access to a computer lakeside school. That access became a turning point in his life. Another talented student from the same school, Kent Evans, who was Gates' close friend, died young and never got the same opportunity. Luck and risk go hand in hand, and the author urges us to keep that in mind. When we admire someone's success, we should also acknowledge their luck. And when we see someone fail, we must understand the risks involved. Next, let's talk about patience and discipline. Housel says that patience is the most powerful tool in building and maintaining wealth. He uses the example of Warren Buffett, whose major wealth came after the age of 50 because of consistent investing and the magic of compounding. Had Buffett been impatient and made reckless decisions, he might never have reached such heights. Making money may be a science, but keeping money is an art. It requires humility, fear, and a strong sense of caution. You must accept that the future is uncertain, and your safety lies in that acceptance. Most of us make money decisions based on personal experiences. If someone has seen poverty, they're more serious about saving. On the other hand, someone who has never faced financial hardship might take greater risks. That's why everyone has a different relationship with money. The book also teaches that our financial plan should focus on the long term. Morgan says that a plan is only sustainable if it's flexible. Since the future is unpredictable, we should always leave room for adjustments. Another critical lesson: greed is the biggest enemy in the race to get rich. Wanting just a little more than what we already have often leads to big mistakes. True wisdom lies in being satisfied with what we have and staying focused. Importantly, money is only a tool. The real happiness lies in the lifestyle money allows you to live. The greatest use of money is the control it gives you over your time. If you can control your schedule and live life on your terms, that is true wealth. Money has no magic in itself. What matters is how you see it, how you use it, and how you live with it. People often believe being rich means big homes, fancy cars, or designer clothes. But the true power of wealth is the freedom it gives you over your life. When we plan our finances, we often dream big, imagining a future where we never have to answer to anyone. But unless we work on our habits, that dream remains just a dream. Real freedom is having control over your time. If you can use your time how you want, that's true wealth. To grow wealth, patience is essential. The longer you stay invested and focused, the more money works for you. That's the magic of compounding, a miracle that turns small steps into massive financial growth. But it only works if you avoid rushing and remain consistent. Greed, on the other hand, is a poison. Even if you have a lot, the hunger for just a little more can cause mistakes that undo years of effort. The smartest thing you can do is decide how much is enough and then stay true to that decision. Each person learns from their experiences. Someone who has seen lack may become a saver. Someone who hasn't may become a carefree spender. That's why what works for someone else might not work for you. Your path depends on your mindset and your circumstances. And finally, building wealth is hard, but preserving it is even harder. It demands humility, fear, and caution. You must always be prepared for the unknown. Now imagine this. You have a lot of money, but no control over your time. You can't live on your terms. What's that wealth even worth? Real wealth is what gives you freedom, the right to make your own choices, to live your life on your own terms. Often, people have a lot, but still spend on expensive things just to impress others and prove their worth in society. But this show-off behavior weakens their actual financial condition. Real wisdom is keeping your income and wealth private, living a simple life, and letting your fortune grow silently. One major mistake people make is becoming blind with success. Once someone starts achieving financial success, they begin to believe that every decision they make will be correct. This is the most dangerous moment because the intoxication of success leads them to ignore risks. They start thinking they can't go wrong, and that arrogance leads them straight to failure. The biggest principle here is always remain humble, no matter how successful or wealthy you become. Always believe there is something new to learn, and that risks are always present. One wrong step can wipe out everything you've built. Another crucial element in the game of money is long-term thinking. Many people invest with the mindset of getting rich quickly. They look for shortcuts, but shortcuts are often more dangerous than the longer, steady path. The real way to grow wealth is to think long-term, take small steps consistently, and stick to them. These small steps over time create massive results. It's also important to keep your plans flexible. No matter how good your strategy is, changing circumstances may render it ineffective. So always review your financial strategy from time to time, and don't be afraid to adjust it. Money is the greatest tool for freedom. If you have enough to live on your own terms, to control your time, that is real wealth. Many people spend their whole life earning money, but they never ask themselves why they are earning it. Money is not just to be made, it's a tool to achieve the bigger goals in life. Another very important aspect of money is understanding risk. Before taking any major financial decision, always ask, what will happen if this goes wrong? The smart thing is to take calculated risks that, even if they go wrong, don't destroy you financially. People often make decisions by copying others. If someone got rich from a particular investment, others jump in blindly. But everyone's situation is different, their experience, their background, their financial capacity. That's why it's crucial to make decisions based on your own circumstances and past learnings. When handled with the right mindset and smart strategy, money not only strengthens your finances, it strengthens your mind. It gives you confidence, independence, and the power to live life on your own terms. Now that you've learned how humility, patience, and long-term thinking can protect and grow your wealth, let's talk about the small daily habits that become the foundation of lasting financial success. First, it's important to understand that saving and investing don't happen overnight. These habits are built slowly through small, consistent actions. For example, if you commit to saving a fixed portion of your income every month, even if it's a small amount, that habit can bring a massive shift over time. This is the quiet magic that most people ignore, but it's the real key to financial success. Another critical habit is tracking your spending. Many people spend without thinking and then wonder where their money went at the end of the month. The wise approach is to know exactly where your money is going and ask yourself, was that expense truly necessary? This habit not only helps you save but also teaches you how to use your money wisely. Now let's talk about mental training, arguably the most important skill in the world of money. The biggest enemy of wealth is often our own mind. Our mind constantly pushes us to become rich quickly, take bigger risks, and multiply our money fast. But this desire often leads us down dangerous paths, ones filled with high risk and high chances of loss. That's why it's crucial to train your mind. Strengthen the inner voice that urges patience and discipline. Before any big financial decision, ask yourself, is this aligned with my long-term goals? Will this make me financially stronger, or is it just feeding my greed? It's also important to understand that working on your financial mindset can often feel lonely. The world around you runs on a race of appearance and show-off. When you step out of that race, people may look at you strangely. But always remember, real strength lies in sticking to your own path and principles. Another key aspect of financial intelligence is having clear goals. Many people earn a lot of money, but they don't know what they want to do with it. Money isn't the goal itself, it's a tool to build a better life, to reach your dreams, to protect your family, and to create freedom. So always define why you want money. Is it for freedom? For your family's security? For turning your dreams into reality? Once you're clear on what money means to you, your decisions will become more rational. You'll avoid greed, stay away from unnecessary risks, and act with purpose and stability. In the end, remember, the money game isn't a sprint, it's a journey. A journey shaped by your thinking, your decisions, and your habits. There are no shortcuts, no magic tricks. You have to listen to your inner voice, learn from your experiences, and always ask, is this step bringing me closer to my destination? Now that you understand how daily habits and mental discipline shape your financial journey, in the next part, we'll explore how to build true financial freedom, not just wealth, but a life where your choices come from freedom, not compulsion. If you live with constant craving and greed, money will never bring you true happiness. That's why it's important to decide what is enough for you. And when you reach that point, find true contentment in it. Now just imagine, if you truly want to live life on your own terms, if you want your hard work to shape your future, then you must start strengthening your habits today. Make thoughtful decisions and direct your wealth in a way that leads to real freedom. When you start viewing money not as the purpose of life, but simply as a tool, your mindset begins to deepen. Then money doesn't become a source of stress, it becomes a means of peace. In truth, money brings happiness only when you manage to maintain your inner peace with it. If your entire focus is just on increasing money, and you constantly worry about it, no matter how much you have, it can never bring you real joy. One important lesson: don't weigh every life decision solely on money. Sometimes, we make choices that aren't financially profitable but offer us emotional satisfaction, like caring for your parents, spending time with your children, or helping someone in need. These are the choices that truly enrich life. Money works best when it aligns with your core values. If your wealth gives you the opportunity to do what brings peace to your heart, that's real prosperity. So it's essential to define what money means to you. Is it just to meet your needs? Or is it a path toward a joyful and fulfilling life? Another crucial thing: wealth comes with responsibility. Not just the responsibility to use it wisely for yourself, but also to use it where it can improve the lives of others. When you do that, your wealth becomes more than just yours. It becomes a force for good. That's what real abundance is. Earning money, managing it, and investing it wisely is a discipline. It teaches patience, contentment, and reminds us that real happiness comes from inner peace, not external appearances. If you truly absorb this mindset, you'll become not just financially strong, but also mentally fulfilled. Ultimately, remember, The game of money must be played with your heart, not just your head. If money supports your life's purpose, it becomes wealth. If not, it becomes a burden. So, listen to your heart when making decisions. Let your money move in a direction that brings you real peace. Once you adopt this thinking, you rise above all the noise of show-off and comparison. You begin to realize that true success isn't what the world sees. It's the inner satisfaction you feel. Satisfaction comes only when money becomes a tool for freedom, not a cause of anxiety. Sadly, this is where many people fail. They make money their master instead of their servant. They become obsessed with how to increase it, where to invest it, and in the process, they forget to actually live their life. The wise approach is to use money as a tool to reach your life's higher goals. Money gives you choices, the power to live freely. So in every decision, ask yourself, is this bringing me closer to the freedom I truly desire? If the answer is yes, that's the right path. If not, no matter how profitable it looks, it's not the right choice for you. That's why people who see money with the right perspective never consider themselves above or below anyone. They neither boast about their wealth nor feel inferior by looking at others, because they know the real wealth is the one that gives you peaceful sleep at night and the courage to dream with open eyes during the day. The most important thing about money is to know your limits and make decisions within them. Often, people enter a race just by looking at others' wealth and end up in a cycle where neither happiness nor financial growth is achieved. Money only gives joy when it balances your needs, desires, and life goals. You must develop the inner courage to stay committed to peace, simplicity, and your real goals, even when the whole world is chasing appearances. Now, ask yourself, do you want your money to become the source of your freedom, joy, and inner peace? Or do you want it to become a burden? The choice is in your hands. The path is right in front of you. All you need is to take the right steps with the right mindset. When you start treating money as a means and not the goal, you experience a depth and steadiness in life that brings true financial happiness. That happiness doesn't come from piles of currency, but from knowing that every financial decision you make is thoughtful and secures both you and your loved ones. Many people make the mistake of living in constant fear about money, afraid of losing it, afraid of making a bad move. But true wisdom is to have confidence in your wealth. That confidence comes when you have a proper financial plan, when you make decisions with a calm mind and never act in haste, and never let money push you to compromise on your values. If wealth makes you greedy or arrogant, that wealth is dangerous. True wealth strengthens your character. It fills you with integrity and compassion. The clearer your mindset about money, the more peaceful your life becomes. When you believe that money is simply a way to fulfill your dreams, live freely, and help others, that belief brings beauty into every decision you make and makes you a better human being. Yes, money gives you power, but that power only works in the right direction when you maintain balance. If you lose balance, the same wealth that was meant to give you freedom can become your chains. So, every time you manage your money, ask yourself, will this decision take me closer to my true goal? Will it bring real peace and joy into my life? If yes, then go for it. If not, no matter how tempting it looks, it's wiser to walk away. In the end, true wealth is what improves your life, strengthens your relationships, calms your soul, and empowers you to live life on your own terms. That is real financial freedom, and that is the true power of money. So ultimately, the most important thing is this: money should never become the master of your life. It should always remain your servant, because this is the power that, if used right, can take you to heights of happiness, and if used wrong, can drown you in stress and misery. True wealth is the one that gives your soul peace, fulfills your dreams, and brings joy to your loved ones. When you begin to see your money this way, every decision becomes thoughtful, and every step leads you toward a life of material success, mental peace, and spiritual contentment. That's the real power of money. That's the true meaning of wealth. And that's the path that leads to a truly prosperous and fulfilled life. Now, ask yourself, do you want to grow your wealth in that direction? Do you want to create a truly abundant life? Answer this from your heart and take only those steps that make your life truly better. Friends, now tell us, what does money mean to you? Is it just a way to buy material comfort? Or is it also a source of mental peace for you? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to PowerBook Summaries so you never miss such powerful insights again. Thank you.